Welcome to Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan Hartgraves. Lana has been a practicing psychic for over 25 years and has the gifts of clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clairsentience. She is an empath, a medium, as well as a pet communicator and health advisor. If you want to know more about what she does, check her out at www.enchantedskye.com. Welcome in. Now you're there. There you are. Welcome in.
So everybody knows I'm live. I'm in the studio today. I'm in the podcast studio. I'm going to be talking a little bit what's going on. Healing the inner child. People are asking me, how am I manifesting? How am I doing? And so I'm going to be sharing this with you now. If you have not subscribed to me, hit me on any of my social medias. There's 8 of them.
Yep.
So you can find me live anywhere. I think Instagram is the one I'm having trouble with. It's like I need a code, and it's been a hassle. So I'm not live on there today. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about healing the inner child, a little bit about manifestation, a little bit about all of that. And at 10 o'clock, I'm doing live readings. So go ahead and hit me up. If you could, please hit the likes, the subscribes, the shares, the hearts, whatever that makes it go. All right.
And of course, big shout out to our good friends over at Diamonds Natural Store for your fur babies. You want good stuff, toys, healthy food, all natural stuff. Check them out at diamondsnaturalstore.com.
Yes.
Great stuff right now, especially getting into tick season. They got some great, medicine. Yeah.
Have you guys had it? Because I've removed 2 or 3 off of myself, just standing outside in my yard. Well, I do have a farm, but I've got a 4-month-old Aussie doodle, and he's had one in his ear and he had one on his back already, and I had to go out and get some flea and tick stuff. So yeah. So anyway, so what we're gonna do is good morning. We're gonna talk a little bit about healing your inner child, what I'm doing, what's going on in my business, so you guys know events that are happening. And then I'm going to take readings at 10 o'clock. So if you guys just hold on and wait a little bit, all right?
So stick around.
Yeah. So hi, good morning. I see a lot of my people. Oh, my husband's even online watching me because he's at home. Nicole, hi Tracy, hi Earl, hi Teresa, hi Renee, hi Janet. These are a lot of people I know. Hi Tammy, how is everybody? So before I start, I'm going to tell you, Sedona. We're going to Sedona. If it is on my website, you can sign up. You have to pay for the class. There's going to be 2 classes, and possibly we're going to go to a visit of Vortex. So from September, I'm going to be there September 9th to the 12th. Now, the class is offered the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. Okay, so if you are interested in going and you want to sign up, you're going to learn how to bend spoons with your mind. I found a woman that I've talked to a lot of people, and this is a really good class. So I wanted to take it, and I got a round trip ticket out of Chicago, out of Rockford for $130.
Yeah.
Because it's off season. So September is a great time to go.
Yeah.
It should be in the mid-80s.
That's the week after the 3-day weekend.
Yes. Yeah. And so it should be, it's gonna be a good time. So if you are interested, I have so far about 6 people say that they're gonna just drive. I got a couple people that live in Arizona, a couple followers, one's in Sedona.
Yeah.
And so if you are interested and you go on enchantedskye.com, you'll see there, it'll say events. Hit events, register, and then I'm gonna help you. If you need to find a place to stay, I'm blocking out rooms. So once I get this down, I'm gonna make this a yearly event, you guys.
I love it.
That's the plan.
Alex, good to have you. Yep, Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to everybody.
Happy Juneteenth. Yep. So just to let you guys know. Also, I will be, I'm in the process of putting a astrological website page where you can find your sun, moon, rising, your transits, everything on my website. There will be a spot a page to tap, and you can go in and do all your own thing. I'm doing that. This week I was doing half off. So I am, it's the, if you're still interested and I can cram you in, I might cram you in. So half off is a really good deal.
And for all of you, don't adjust your screens. We're trying the new AI camera.
Yes.
So it's focusing on our movement. If it bothers you, let us know. We'll try to correct it. But
okay, if it's bothering you, because I move around a lot. So
I know.
Yeah. I might like I said, I was telling my followers, I am a very high energy person. I'm like up all the time. Like I am just bleh, and I have to see a therapist for my weight loss. I've lost 70 pounds.
Yeah, you look great.
And so they told me that they said you have the typical female ADHD. It's not like a male's. Now I used to do this for a living, you guys, and identify learning disabilities, behavior disorders, and ADHD and autism. I actually sat down with psychologists and it's different in women. It's just different. Like but it does make sense. I'm just a super high energy person. It's also, I still say it has something to do with me being a Sag, because if you're a fire sign, you know, that type of thing. But anyway, so I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about healing that inner child and manifestation. They go together. Okay.
Yep. There.
Okay. I liked it close.
Oh, wait.
It's because it's doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're playing with the camera. Okay.
It's AI. We're trying to figure out AI.
Yes, we are trying to figure it out. That's okay. We got it. All right. So either way. So if you guys didn't know, I'm filling you guys in predictions a little bit. I'm going to go over those first. Then we're going to go into a little bit and more because it goes with this. I told you NVIDIA. I told you 4 months ago, NVIDIA. Yeah. NVIDIA split 10 times. And I can't believe it. I've told them, if you can buy any stocks, buy NVIDIA. The other one that I suggest really fast is AMD. I still say that AMD has something coming out. Like a chip or something. Yeah. I have been doing my research, and if you guys don't know, I'm using the Senate. I do use the Senate a little bit, but I also do I talk to people all over the world, and I talk to people, and they said NVIDIA also. So 6 months it's been sitting there not doing much, and then all of a sudden it split 10 times. So I still say that the projection for NVIDIA stock is now worth more than Microsoft and more than Apple. So what you should do is, if you can buy some, you sit on it for like 10 years. My stock, if I leave it sit and I just leave it sit, it's going to be worth millions if I leave it sit for 10 years. And that is the plan. All right. So, anyway, I just letting you know. Also, what came out yesterday? Who came out on the news saying that they were going to try to make it easier for DACA recipients and immigration reform, making it easier? What was my prediction? I told you that was what was going to happen. I already said it. I'm just acknowledging it. And if you guys don't know the date that I put it, it's on my website, enchantedskye.com. You'll say predictions. And I know DACA would eventually, they would become citizens and they would be streamlined. You have no idea how many people I know, how many people have called me who are part of DACA. If you guys don't know what DACA is, it's the kids that were brought with, their parents are illegal. Let's be honest. They were illegal, but they're little tiny babies. They're a year old. They're 6 months old. They weren't born here, but they've grown up here their whole lives. They know nothing else. Their families are here and they're in limbo. They can't get jobs. They can't get Social Security cards. It's been a real hassle for them. So I have to praise the president for doing that. That should have been done. That was the right thing to do. Okay. At least that's my opinion. All right. So anyway, but that's another couple predictions that are right. So, so now all of my people on TikTok who are stealing my predictions and copying me and literally stealing my content, go for it. Because it's really bad, you guys. I'm having a lot of problems with that. And I don't quite know. If you guys got any ideas how to keep that from happening, I timestamp this. These are all timestamped, but it doesn't even make a difference. Like within 15 minutes of me putting my predictions on here. Okay. So Joanne wants to know, how are you feeling and doing after your surgery? Do I look good? I feel great. My knees feel better. I'm starting to run stairs. I've lost 70 pounds, not quite 70 pounds. So already since January. So I'm halfway there. So yep. And Joanne's like, it's been a little while. How's it going? It's going great. I feel great. And that is why I'm talking to you about manifestation, about healing your inner child, and about your ego and your self-esteem. Now, a lot of times people go, inner child. Inner child is really your ego. Your ego is developed by, you have an ego, and it's, how you feel about yourself. It's all that. And it develops through childhood. So they just call it the inner child. All right, let's be honest. But the inner child has to do a lot with your self-esteem and how you're feeling about yourself. And I'm going to be honest, I had a little bit of an awakening. So I go to readers too. All right. I go to other people because sometimes they have stuff to say. I can't read for myself very well. And you really shouldn't try to always read for yourself. You only get about 10% because you're too emotionally involved. And she said to me, she goes, I said, I'm different. I'm becoming a different person. And that's usually what happens when you go through this weight loss surgery. And I am. And she's like, well, you're healing your inner child. It's your self-esteem. That's what this is. And it just hit home to me. And it all goes together, you guys. It all goes together. Now, I am manifesting like crazy. Like I manifested this NVIDIA thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah. I had a person, I needed like a tour. Like I almost need like a travel agent because I'm starting to tour a little. I'm just going places, blah, blah, blah. And I call up. So I go to AAA. That's my little ad for them, because if you belong to AAA, they've got people that'll help you plan your vacations. They've got like a tourism and travel agency. And so I call them up, and this woman picks the phone up. She likes what I did, and she recognized me from social media, and she's now kind of like my travel agent. So she got me some really good deals. So I manifested that. So then I have a new person who's taking care of my financial stuff, like my stocks. I manifested her because she called me for a reading and to get trained and stuff. And I said, well, and I just mentioned I'm looking for a financial planner. And she goes, I do that. And I'm like, you're kidding me. See what I'm saying? Because my vibration is picking up. Do you guys understand? And if you're concentrating on that area, on healing that, I'm worth it. I'm worthy. I am enough. That's another thing. I do have that on my, go get one of those stickers that says that. And I put it on my mirror. It says, I am enough. Mm-hmm. I want you to do that. Thank you, Peaceful Crow. And I'm only halfway there, you guys, but it is, how much self-esteem building it is when you get up in the morning, you put up a shirt or a pair of pants on and they're so big on you. It's such a bad thing to have, problem to have. And I go, well, I guess I got to get rid of that. And, and I just got to go out and buy some more. And it is building my self-esteem. Over the years, I didn't have a weight problem when I got married. I was maybe 150 pounds, 5'7". That's not real thin, but I mean, I was, size 9, size 10, whatever. And it's just been a steady thing. Well, I have reversed that. And you guys do know, Renee's like, thank you. Good for you. Thank you. A Peaceful Girl's like, I get it. Rosalie, you might be losing your benefits soon. Some of you guys, side note, remember I have ADHD. Side note, if you don't do the reoccurring thing, you'll lose your subscription. And like last night we did trivia. Mm-hmm. I played a quick trivia game. My winner's Kelly. She's got to reach out to me so that she got a free reading. I had maybe 30 people on. I have about 150 subscribers, and we were all on, and I love to play trivia. I'm very good with dumb information. Yeah, dumb information. Yeah.
Me too. God was like, hey, Kent, do you want to be a brain surgeon or would you like to know every lyric to the 80s songs? I'm like, let's go 80s
Yeah,
songs.
exactly,
Let's
exactly.
do
I
that.
get it. I get it. Yeah, that's because I'm just so full of silly information.
I
Like
know.
I was telling them different things, and they're like, "How do you know this?" I said, I don't read a lot of fiction. I'm
Yeah.
just not. I'm
I
more.
don't either.
I wanna know how to books
Yeah,
are what I'm
that's
big
right.
into, like how to heal your inner child. That's my new book, I guess. But
Yeah.
anyway,
No, I love that too. I'm the same way. I don't read much fiction. And
well, no, we don't mesh at all
yeah,
or anything.
right.
Neither one of
And
us
then
don't like each other,
and I
and
get people to tell me that all the time too, Lana. It's like,
we don't
why
have
do
any
you
type
even
of.
know that? I go, I have no idea.
Exactly. They tell me that all the time. How do you know that? I'm like, I
Yeah,
remember I taught
that's
and
right.
I have to entertain the kids. So
That's
I
right.
would have to come up with like we would play Trivial Pursuit or we would play Jeopardy and I put it on the and I had
Yeah.
just all kinds of weird information and people
I
are like,
love
how
it.
do you know it? I'm like, well, I looked it up or I learned it and now it's in my head.
Yeah,
So
I love it.
yeah. Yes, I know. I get it. So, all right. Thank you. A fountain of useful information and random facts. Peaceful Crow says. It's true. But Rosalie, I'm just telling you, if you have not subscribed to as a normal, just it's only $10 a month, you guys. I didn't. You notice I don't want to take advantage of people.
Yeah.
And I figure collectively I can afford that. So and you have to remember that TikTok gets half of it. So I'm really making $5, but that's okay. All right. So just letting you guys know. But healing the inner child is so important. You don't realize that until you get in a situation where it is healing. As a child, I grew up overweight. And then I hit my high school years and I got real thin. I was a huge tennis player. And now I've put weight back on. I was silenced. I was always silenced. When I try to defend myself, when I try to communicate, you're stupid, you're fat, and people are like, well, you have to let them roll off your back. But when you're little, you're 5
That
years
cuts
old,
deep.
you're 6
Yeah.
years old, you're 7 years old, that's your concept of yourself.
Yeah.
Because, I honestly, I can think back and I'm telling you, I'm sharing this all with you guys, being 5 years old, and I wasn't huge, but I was chubby. And I remember every single kid down the row getting a birthday invitation. And I know this is like my science seem trivial, but it was for a 5-year-old. It was a big deal. And I didn't get one. And I held my hand out and they go, well, you're not getting one. You're fat. I literally, and that was the first time I said, I'm different. I didn't know. And I'm sorry, but that has stuck with me. Sure. And I am 57 years old. I want you guys to think back what your earliest memory is, because that's your concept of yourself. Now, here's my concept is changing. It's changing now. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm more self-accepting is what it is.
Okay.
And so I just want, and people don't realize, I had a friend of mine, Joanne, she's passed now. She's still might appear in the camera. I get some, maybe I'll have some orbs up here.
Yeah.
I usually do. But she's passed now. But she told me when she was 7 and she was 80 years old of how these couple of these kids would bully her and how bad it really was. You carry that early childhood stuff for the rest of your life. Yep. See, Tracy says mine was in 4th grade. And I was like, well, everybody goes through bullying. Not in the same way. Not in the same way. I was never accepted. I never was accepted. I was always the outsider. Even now, I've always felt like an outsider. And now I don't care anymore. I'm getting to a point like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. It's you. And I am getting to that. And that's the healing part of my inner child as I'm losing weight. Because it was the one thing for me personally that I've never been able to get control of. Yeah. I've been able to work hard enough, make my money, ride my horses, do my, you know what I mean? Accomplish. I got to get my books out. I'm an author. I'm a children's author, and I got another book coming out. I've been able to got my master's degree. I've been able to do all of it, but get my weight under control. And it is beyond my control, because you know what really kills me? I am eating exactly how I ate before I lost weight. I am not eating any different. I'm eating the same foods. I never had I don't have high cholesterol. I don't have high blood pressure, none of it, because I ate right. But there was something wrong with my metabolism. And this has sped my metabolism up. So Tammy Jo says, mine has always been not being good enough for my mother, and that still holds true today. Yes. It can be mine never came from my parents. It came from outside. It was, where it came from mostly? My church, the church that my parents made me go to until I was 18 years old, 3 times a week. They were the nastiest, meanest bunch of youth group people I've ever met in my life. They were horrible. And yet they're under the guise of Christianity. And that's probably why I will not go to a church now. There's too much hypocrisy. Now, do I belong to a spiritualist church? I do. Do I do meditation and go to Buddhist temples where I can meditate? Of course I do. But and that's so funny that Jesus came to me. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. I just want you guys to know, tell me your stories, because I know that we're all alike, but we all are affected differently from this. Okay. Yeah. Peaceful Crow's like, I found my clan on TikTok. Yep. So, Rosalie, they were having racist behavior. People are more mad about the punishment than what? Okay. I understand. Yes, you are correct, Gekika. She's like, spirituality does not equal religiousness. It is true. I'm very spiritual. Yep. Oh, Lady Megan says she had curly hair and got made fun of. See what I'm saying? Like,
my girls would have died for curly hair.
You know what? I have wavy. And if you ever see it gets real curly in the back and the sides. And it is a pain because it only grows one way. And it just, you know what I mean? My hair, when it gets longer, it goes under. And it just, So, I mean, everybody wants what they don't have, right?
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
See, so I am rich. Stephanie, hurt by people from church gossip. See, I've experienced all that. And so that's why I'm offering, I am getting my PhD in counseling, in metaphysical counseling. Yeah. One of these days I got to go work on it. I've been working on my herbalism thing and I get sidetracked and I work on it. Yeah. My ADHD, I didn't notice. I really didn't. I know I've always been kind of hyper type person, but I didn't realize that it was affecting, I have 8 or 10 books around the house half read.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
same.
You too?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, why, and then I'm not as organized as I should be. I'm a little sloppy, but I know where everything is. If you ask me where it is, and remember I taught 31 years, 750 kids, but I made it look super easy because my energy level is so high. I could handle 750 kids.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I was always a tiny kid. Like when I went into my freshman year, I was 5 foot and 100 pounds.
Oh, really?
Right. So I was always tiny, little kid. So, of course, my mouth cashed checks that my little frame couldn't. Right. Yeah. But so now, I'm no longer 5 foot, but I find it interesting. That battle, that inner child, right?
Yes.
Is still kind of there. Am I good enough? Am I big enough?
Yep. So it's getting over it. And I'm going to say, once you do start to get over it or get in and start to kind of heal it, and I'm going to give you ways. I'm going to, throughout this whole thing, I'm going to give you little tips. You're going to start manifesting too. People will start coming into your life. Need them. It's all combined. It all, So
I like what Teresa says. Just because you go to church doesn't make you a good person any more than being in a garage makes you a car.
Thank you, Teresa Campbell. So Deborah says people called you fat and you weren't fat. Yep. You look back. That was me too. They used to tell me I was fat in high school. I was an all-state, all-conference MVP softball player with scholarship offers, and I weighed 150 pounds and I'm 5'7". How's that fat? I think I was a 9. Right. But they used to tell me how fat I was and I was the ugliest girl in school. I got told that every day. You think that's not playing, that record is playing in my head? Yep. But it's how to get over it. That's the thing. And like I said, I learned by being, I started in softball. All right, you guys. I've always been a great baseball player. It runs in the family. My grandpa had an offer to play for the Pirates. I mean, years ago. And I'm just very good at pitching. I was very good at hitting that spot where you know what I mean? And I had about a 60 mile an hour fastball. But I started as a sophomore with the ball in my hand. And within 2 years, I was an all-state, all-conference MVP. Yeah. And what did that teach me? To work hard. So I always learned if I work hard enough,
Yeah.
I can get anything I want. However, I couldn't get my weight off. It wouldn't. And this was beyond my control.
What you thought was weight. You were healthy at that point.
Yeah, I've always been healthy.
Yeah.
I'm probably on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm probably a 9.
Yeah.
If I would get my antibodies on my thyroid, it'd be a 10. I mean, I'm just very healthy. But like I said, you know, it's a self-esteem thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go again, you guys. It's all about that little child saying, you know what, you're not good enough. You aren't, you know. My thing too is, even, I'm going to tell you guys, if anybody doesn't think that there isn't fat bias, you must not be fat, because it is so bad. And people make these little comments, even as adults, and they know better, and they still make them. And even as far as last year, I had a woman walk up to me. So how much do you weigh? Well, fuck you. You know, excuse my language. You know, and you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but it wears on you. You're kind of like looking around. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Yeah. Okay?
Karen says, I never gave a crap about what people thought about me.
Good. Yeah. Then you had a good inner child relationships. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not. Or you've healed it. You may have healed it. Mm-hmm. But it's letting you guys know that there's a when you heal this, it makes a snowball. It has a snowball effect. You start manifesting. You start getting, you know what I mean? Better people are coming in, all of it. And I keep thinking, well, if people like me, no, because I'm thinner. No, that's not it. It's because I'm more confident. There's a difference. Yep. And I've told people that if you think that your weight loss is going to solve your problems, it's not. It's the inner child that needs to be healed. Okay? So that you got that. Okay? Bye, Rosalie. Have a wonderful day.
Karen says, yep, I had a great family support system.
Good. And see, I had good, my parents were good. My parents were fine. My brother wasn't. He was a bully. He always made comments. He's a narcissist. But anyway, so just to let you know that you got to get to that point where you kind of almost go, okay, I got to get this done. And if you don't, and some people don't ever get there. Like I said, my friend was 80 years old telling me that when she was 7, how bad she was bullied, and saying how she has low self-esteem because of it when she was 7 and she's 80. See what I'm saying? So, all right. Anna says those memories stay. They don't go anywhere. But it's now, for me, you know what? I honestly, I'm going to get the rest of this weight off. I'm bound determined. If I have to go jogging, I was just telling Ken, I started jogging sort of a little bit. I had to quit when I had knee surgery, and that's why I did put a lot of weight on. So I used to be a jogger. But I can't wait to go.
The only thing I run is my mouth. Anyway, hey, just a quick shout out to our good friends over at Diamond's Natural Store. Check them out for all your fur baby's diet needs, toys, whatever. Again, flea and tick. Ticks are bad this year. Protect them so they don't get the Lyme disease. But check them out at diamondsnaturalstore.com.
Thank you. Sue needs to give me a call. Sue, you heard that. Yeah. So like I said, you got to think about what you need to do to get it healed. And I'm going to give you some tips, because I've been starting to study this, because it was kind of an eye opener. I'm like, why am I different? And she says, you're healing that inner child. You are good enough. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It was like an epiphany for me. And then that is what this is. So I'm, just letting you guys know. All right. So it's about that time. Yes. Sue's like, yep, I heard you. Well, hey, by the way, side note, you guys remember I have ADHD. My puppy is an Aussie Doodle, and his hair is already this long. Like, I am not kidding. Like, you can't see his eyes or anything. I've been trying to trim his eyes. Should I just bring him in and start having him groomed? He's 4 months old, and his hair is that line, really, really two super tight curls. Because sometimes Aussie Doodles have a little longer hair doesn't.
Yeah, if you don't, then it's going to be nappy and hurt that dog.
You know what? I haven't had to have a dog clipped, and I've always had collies and retrievers. So get him used to it. Okay, yep. I'll have to make an appointment and get him, because he's it's so long. I can't believe how long.
Sue says he needs to get used to being groomed. Take him in.
Okay. Yeah, he's a chocolate chocolate Aussie Doodle and named Chewy.
Chewy.
Charleston Chew.
Yeah.
I named him
Charleston Chew, not Chewbacca.
So he's Chewy. Yeah, I know. Everybody thought Chewbacca, but nope, Chewy as in Charleston Chew. All right, I'm going to take questions now. So you guys, thank you for waiting. I will give you a kind of, don't give me too much. Like, what's going to happen this year? Call me for a reading if you need that.
So Alex, we'll start out with Alex since Alex is able to, since she's able to be with us today on Juneteenth. Got an interview coming up on July 3rd. How will it go? And will this be the job for me?
Yes, I think it might go really well, Alex. I think it might. I am feeling though, you need to go in with ammo. So make sure you have your resume, make sure you have your references. I don't know why, but I feel like if you've got like a thing in your hand with all of your papers or with all your everything, that you will do better. I don't know why. I just make sure you have your ammo ready.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
Earl, welcome, Mr. Rule, says, hey, Lana, after what we discussed Sunday morning, I actually found a yoga class on Facebook tomorrow evening in Raleigh. Do you see me building any connections there?
Yes, I told you that you were going to find out, didn't I? Okay, this is personal information, Earl. You were going to find a woman that does yoga.
Hey.
That she's into all this new metaphysical new age stuff. You're going to find somebody that's very progressive thinker. Try there.
Earl, I'm on my third week of yoga, and I do it 3 times a week. And let me tell you, it's the best thing in the world.
It's
absolutely 100%. Yeah.
Well, it calms your mind.
Yeah, it's incredible. And I don't know why. I mean, you stretch and move, and I sweat like a sinner in church. I don't understand that, but it's crazy.
Isn't it interesting? I'm doing, like I was just telling you, qigong and tai chi. I'm doing.
Yeah.
You're just moving these little movements and balance. You're working. What you're doing is you're strengthening your core. You're working on your balance.
Yeah.
So
it's amazing.
So I get it.
Shaylee says, why do people have such a difficult time with my energy?
You give off listen, I've had that problem too. I give off a very, very large aura and it overwhelms people. What you can do is, one, you don't change, but you can slightly back your energy down, back your aura down just a little. I've had to learn how to do that. You can literally see me doing this when I realize that I'm coming on too strong. Sometimes I'm sitting in a room and I'm like the center of attention because my aura is so big. So what I do is, and when I don't want to be noticed or I want to just blend in, I concentrate a little bit and I pull my energy back in. It just takes a little bit of work. I get it though. I have the same problem. I have a lot of people, well, I can't handle it. Well, you know why they can't handle it? Because your vibration's so high.
That's it. And we talked about AI, and here's the coffee stream button right there.
There
Visit Lana's Enchantedskye coffee page.
Yep, there's my coffee page. If you got a question, you can ask like 2 questions. It's $20, and I will respond. If you don't want to call me and make an appointment, just do it that way. All right. So go ahead. Okay, I got to take a couple off of here. Hey, Jeanette, will Kendall come home for Chelsea's wedding? Jeanette. Yes, the plan is yes. Something might sidetrack him, but for now it's yes. Okay. All right.
All right. Cheyenne Johnson says, will me and my family move to Amarillo, and will we be buying a house there? Amarillo.
About Cheyenne is about 2 years. It seems it's 2. I don't think it's 2 months. I think it would be in the late 25 into 26 even. But eventually, I believe you will. It does seem like it's where you're moving to is very dry, and there's cactus. So I'm guessing that's what that is. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet.
All right. Let's take another question. Got a few here. I got plenty of questions I can answer. Are you moving to Chattanooga? No. Christina, it's possibly near there, but it's not actually Chattanooga. So maybe it would be like a suburb, maybe? It doesn't seem like it's quite Chattanooga. Okay. I know Chattanooga. I've stayed there many times on my way to Florida. It's halfway.
Yeah.
From Chicago to Fort Myers is halfway is Chattanooga.
Yeah. Love Chattanooga. Alden, good morning, says, hi, will my wife deliver our baby on our due date, earlier or later?
I think later. I think a couple days.
Nice.
So I was late. Hey, I was almost 3 weeks late with my first. 2 days late with my second and a week late with my third. So
That's right.
Hey, leave them in there and bake a little longer. It's good for them.
And if it's soon, I'm sure she's enjoying this heat wave.
There you go. I feel like it's just within
air
a couple
conditioning's
days.
working.
It's within a couple days.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Nicola says, will my finances change for the better soon in 2024?
Okay, Nicola, yesterday, so if you subscribe to me, I pulled a collective financial reading for the rest of 24 for the United States. And we pulled a freaking sun card. And I'm like, it's going to get better. You're going to see there's a lot of iffiness. I still say Biden's getting reelected because there's a stability coming. So we all know that what the stock market does if it changed presidents. And it kept saying the same. So it has to be, that's what that means. There. But 25 looks really good. I pulled a sun card for the 25. I think this is me. And I'm doing my predictions.
24 hasn't been bad.
You know what? It's just the food. If the food would not be as expensive, that's the one that gets me. I mean, $300 for food for me. And I'm like, to me, I'm used to paying $100, but I am planting all my own.
Yeah, you can.
I should have brought you cherries.
I would have loved it.
Cherries.
Went strawberry picking on Sunday.
Are you?
No,
I have cherries coming out of my ears. I have a couple trees that are just producing like crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I'll have to next time. I think I'm going to pull them in the next couple days and then maybe freeze dry or dehydrate them.
Oh yeah.
Make dried cherries.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so with that said, just letting you guys know, but
that's what we do here. We meander.
We
Teresa
do.
Campbell says, my hubby emailed his attorney. Okay. Do you think this will light a fire under his arse to move the case forward to a settlement?
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, Teresa. It's not going to go any faster. It sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry. I hate when I have to do negative stuff, but I am honest and I will tell you the truth.
That's what I love about you.
Yeah.
Sue over at Diamond's Natural Store says, having a hard time getting TikTok shop up and running. Is it going to be worth getting it up and running?
I know. I saw, you know what, dear? I saw you sent me it's the thing that you were on live yesterday, or was it the day before? You know what? I still have I do have Diamond's Natural Store link on my website. So I should be increasing traffic because I'm also having, so you guys know, you can go, you're going to be, I'm downloading it now and forming it now where you can do all your astrology and you can go on my website. There's an extra page and you can hit it and you can go do your own astrology with your own transits.
And Sue,
that should increase traffic is my point.
And here at 216 Creator Studios in the next 3 or 4 weeks, we are going to have our new website up and running and your link will be to your store there as well.
Yes. Yep. Yes. So we're trying to help you out.
Yep.
And if any of you other people are interested in sponsoring me, that's how all my sponsors have come. I've also got another one. He's going to do his own podcast. They've become good friends of mine and I'm supporting them and they're supporting me. And I light a candle every day, every show I do and you'll see.
Check them out. Brotherly Love Creations.com.
Yes. And he's got really, really good candles.
Oh, amazing.
They're coconut oil and soy.
Yeah. Don't leave black.
Burn cleanly.
Yep.
And they smell really good.
And
like
as
Philly soft pretzel. Oh my God. It's so good.
It smells just like a pretzel.
It's good. It's really a good smell. And then he's got like tomato leaf.
Yeah.
Smells like your garden. It's cool. Anyway.
Yeah. Alden forgot to say that his wife is due on 8/20.
8/20. Yeah. I want to say 8/22.
There we go.
I might be off by a couple of days. Usually I'm pretty close.
Yep.
I was right to the day, to the minute, to the hour with my first granddaughter. And my daughter would argue with me and she never forget. I go, no, you're having her today. It's this the due. Because when she told me she was due, she was way late. And I said, nope, you're having her on 3/13.
Yeah.
And, or 3/3, whatever, 3/13. And I said, and she was due like in February, like the 15th, like she was way overdue. And I said, nope, you're having it. And so she comes home from the doctor's appointment. She goes, I'm not having them. They said they're not going to induce. About an hour and a half later, they go, we're going to give you some Pitocin. So come back in. She had her at 11:53 on 3/3/13, just like I said. So my second one, I was off. Now, I will admit when I'm off, you guys, but they induced her because because of COVID, they took the baby early. They took my granddaughter a little early. And I said she would have been born and she wouldn't have been a Aries. She would have been a Taurus. But anyway, yeah.
Ishika says, do you see me landing this internship at a company named Grow with 2 W's?
I want to say there might be a better one. I know that's kind of weird, but it seems like, I don't know if it's that one. I don't think so. It seems like there's something a little better. I want you to keep your eyes peeled. That's a better opportunity in the long run. This place is okay. This place is pretty good, but something's better. Okay. Now, somebody said Tony wants to know if she should study Reiki or yoga. Okay. Reiki, once you've learned it, you just have it. Yoga is an ongoing practice. Okay. So you will do it for years. Reiki is more like I'm a Reiki healer. I'm a Reiki master, blah, blah, blah. And so I can do my Reiki at any point. Does that make sense? So I would say do both. But I'm telling you that you need to probably, oh my goodness, okay, there. I have to, it's scrolling. So, all right. So go ahead.
All right, let's go to our good friend Tracy. Will the hotel project my company is building continue building, or will some other general contractor finish it?
Nope, they'll continue.
Nice.
Tracy. Okay, hold on.
That's great news.
Here we go. Okay, wait. Tammy wants to know if she's going to be moving next year. Yep, you are definitely. Girlie said 1111. She goes, she just looked down and she saw 1111. That's usually Michael.
There you go.
Archangel. And you guys know that I have, and if you had not seen, by the way, last week's daily, the night before, I was saying, hey, you know what? I haven't seen any kind of activity, any orbs, no activity. Mm-hmm. And I was reading about Sachiel. She is the, I call her she is the archangel of abundance and blessings. And I summoned her and she was in my damn video. It was plain as day. I invite you to look back. So it was last week. So what's the date? The 19th, the 18th today, right?
Today is the 19th.
19th. Yeah. So that would be the 12th. Go back on TikTok and you can see it. It goes like this and it goes like this. And you can see it plain as day. Wow. And that was Barakiel. And I'm telling you, that's another thing that I did put in my new book that'll be coming out, a list of different angels. I think I put 18 angels in there. Nice. So you guys will be able to see.
That's okay. Awesome. Yep. Let's see. Angela says, I have a job interview today. Will it lead to an offer?
I know you're getting a second interview. Yeah, it's going to come down to money, Angelus. If they're going to give you enough money or not. It's going to come down to money. Okay? Well, just remember that. They're going to try to lowball you. Don't let them. Okay?
Deborah is saying, hey, will my new grandchild be a girl after I've had 5 grand boys?
I want to say it's another boy.
Hey, when you're good at something.
I guess so. It seems like it. Now, yesterday I had a woman and I was sure she was having a girl and it was a boy. Now, remember, this child could be a very sensitive, very emotional person. I pick up female energy or I pick up the energy off them. But usually I'm not too off. But sometimes, they could be gay. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they could be
my daughter's gonna have a baby. I'm gonna be a grandpa.
Are you?
Yeah.
Old man, you're getting old there.
I know.
I'm telling you. I've only got 4. So.
Yeah. Hey, so there we go. Faye says, will my son get a new job? Thank you.
Not for a while. I want to say, Faye, maybe 4 months. I hear 4, and I don't think it's 4 weeks. I think it's 4 months. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. I think it seems like it's longer than 4 weeks. Okay.
It's out there. All right. We're down to about the last 2 minutes.
Last couple questions. Okay.
Give us, hurry, get your question in. Let's get it out there and see what we can do.
All right, let's see. Clarissa, I feel like everything is falling apart. Finances and relationships, will they get better? Clarissa, this could be okay. Why is it? This is what I have found to be true. When it's something, you keep getting like it's shaking you up a little. What are you not moving forward? Do you see what I'm saying? Did you need to be shaken up? Are you not going the way you're supposed to be? Does something you feel stuck? Usually it's when things seem like they're falling apart, it's because of that. So if you were to make the changes you need and this thing settle down, then you knew you were supposed to make them.
Mhm.
So that's something that I've been talking about, spiritual awakenings, because it has to do with all of that. Okay. Just posing that question to you. I'm not telling you what to do. All right. But all right. One more. Let's take one more.
Jaylee says, how do I get into public speaking?
Well, you start a podcast.
That's a good way to do it.
But okay. I do know there's a couple, be careful. There's a couple of people that offer that opportunity, but usually because I do public speaking, I've been places. You do it first for free for a while.
Yep.
And then you start charging.
Yep.
And you go to little places like the Moose Club. You know what I'm saying? You do little ones and then you build it from there. And once you start putting that, you start collecting a resume.
Become a SME, subject matter expert, and away they go. And that's by doing podcasts. That's by putting stuff out there.
Yep.
Writing a book, those type of things. One last one here before we wrap it up. Hello there. Alyssa says, my right eye has been twitching for 3 weeks now. What could it mean?
Hold on. I honestly, Alyssa, I think it might be part of your third eye opening. I see if you're not more in tune with your psychic ability. But although I do get twitching in my eye, but that's a whole other thing for me. But I'm telling you, it's different for you. There seems like, are you dreaming a lot? I just questioning it. It seems to me that might be what this is. Okay, at least that's what it feels like. All right. Okay. Hi guys. How is everybody?
All right. That is all that we've got time for today. We can't thank you enough. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. Yeah, that'll be July the 3rd.
Yep, I probably won't be.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Stay
Find
tuned. But you know what? If you haven't, you need to subscribe to Lana's socials, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. Make sure it's the right one. But also, she's on. I mean, she puts out more content than most people that I know. So you don't have to wait around every 2 weeks to see her. Here on our platform, yes. But man, she's got card reading. She's doing stuff almost on a daily. You got to love her, follow her. She gives out a lot of good stuff. We absolutely love her for that. But hey, everybody enjoy Juneteenth. Take some time. And if you're outside, it's hot around the United States. So check in on your neighbors, elderly folks, and make sure you're taking care of your pets. For all of us here at 216 Creator Studios, we can't thank you enough for joining us on Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan Hartgraves.